let's just be real today, okay? You ever look around your house and think, wait, didn't I just clean this? Same here. That feeling of cleaning nonstop and still living in chaos, it's exhausting. So today I'm sharing 10 small habits that actually help my home stay tidy longer without needing more time or energy. In the last video, we tackled the kitchen wiped, cleared, reset the space. And if you did it with me, you probably felt that little mental sigh of relief. But here's the thing. That calm doesn't last unless we change how we live in our space, not just clean it. And I'm not saying do more, I'm saying do less but smarter. These habits are easy. Some take less than a minute, but they build rhythm, and that rhythm keeps things from spiraling. You don't need to try all 10, just pick one that fits your life and start there. Let's start with the one that might surprise you the most. Don't wait for a free hour, just use the 5 minutes you already have. Let's be honest, when was the last time you had a full hour with nothing to do? Exactly. Me neither. That's why I stopped waiting for cleaning time to appear. Instead, I clean when I'm already waiting for something else. Here's what I mean. While the kettle's heating up, I'll throw away the junk mail on the counter. When I'm waiting for my daughter to put her shoes on, I'll wipe the entry mirror. Just little, almost mindless things, but they make a big difference. A real moment from this week, I was heating up leftovers in the microwave and noticed crumbs all over the stove. I grabbed a cloth, wiped it down while the timer counted down, and it was done before lunch even started. Why this helps? Because you're not adding work. You're just folding it into moments that already exist. And when the kitchen looks a little cleaner before you even sit down to eat, your brain gets a tiny win. That matters. And that's what we're building here. Small wins, not big cleaning days. By the way, tomorrow's video is one you do not want to miss. It's all about those spots we think we're cleaning, but no one ever tells you how to do it right. You know the ones they seem clean, but they're actually what's making your space feel off. I'll break it all down tomorrow. Next up, what to do when everything feels like too much and you don't know where to even start. Next up, we start with wherever you're sitting or standing right now. You know that moment when you look around and everything feels out of place. The kitchen, the laundry, the hallway, the bathroom, and your brain just freezes. Yep, I've been there too. And I've learned this: when everything feels like too much, I don't pick the worst spot. I pick the one I'm standing in. Here's what that looks like. If I'm pouring coffee and notice the kitchen drawer won't shut because of loose batteries, that's where I start. I don't go make a list. I don't scroll for motivation. I just deal with that one drawer, that one thing. What I did last Sunday, I walked into the bedroom to put on socks and saw that my side table had 5 empty cups and 3 random receipts. I didn't touch the bed, I didn't vacuum, I just cleared the table. 2 minutes. It changed how I felt about the whole room. Why this matters? Because when you start small, and especially when you start where you are, it breaks the cycle of I don't know where to begin. It gives you one clean visual, one little corner that says you did something today, and that one corner makes it easier to move to the next. In the next tip, we'll talk about how to make your space look cleaner fast by focusing only on the first thing your eyes see. Next, clean the places your eyes hit first. It makes the whole room feel better. You know that weird thing where the kitchen is technically clean, but something still feels off? Like your brain just doesn't register it as done. That's usually because we've skipped the most visible areas, not the messiest, the ones your eyes see right away. Here's what I mean. When I walk into the kitchen, I don't look at the floor. I see the countertops, the sink, the stovetop, so that's where I wipe first. Even if I don't do the dishes or sweep the floor, just wiping those surfaces makes the whole space look cleaner, and that's a win. Real example from a Tuesday night dinner was done and I had 0 energy. I didn't even clear the table. But I sprayed down the counter and quickly wiped the stove. When I walked in the next morning, it felt like the whole kitchen had been reset, even though I'd only spent 3 minutes. Why this works? Because your brain needs visual cues to feel at ease. A wiped counter, a clear sink, a clean bathroom mirror. They tell your nervous system this space is under control. And sometimes that feeling is more powerful than deep cleaning every corner. Next up, let's talk about laundry specifically, the one trick that helps it not take over your entire weekend. Now we get to the thing that piles up faster than dishes the laundry. If you've ever dug through 4 baskets of clean clothes just to find one sock, welcome. You're not alone. Laundry doesn't feel hard at first. It sneaks up on you. You skip one day, then another. Suddenly, the hallway feels like a laundromat. Here's the shift that saved me. I stopped trying to catch up on laundry. Now I just do 1 load a day. Not more, not less. Some days it's towels. Some days it's just my kids' pajamas. But 1 load start to finish is what keeps it from turning into a mountain. What that looks like in real life? Yesterday morning, I threw in a quick wash before breakfast. After lunch, I tossed it in the dryer. And before bed, I folded it on the couch while watching a show. It never became a thing. It was just part of the rhythm. Why this works? Because consistency beats overwhelm. Doing a little every day means you don't have to sacrifice your Sunday to a laundry marathon. And when clothes are put away, your space and your mind feel instantly lighter. In the next tip, we'll talk about choosing just one area to go deeper and why that feels way more satisfying than surface level cleaning everywhere. Now let's talk about something that brings actual relief, finishing one thing all the way. When your whole house feels messy, it's tempting to touch a little bit of everything. Wipe here, fold there, stack a few things in the hallway, but you end the day with 5 half-done areas and still feel like nothing's really clean. Here's the shift. Pick one small zone and go all in. Wipe it clear, reset it fully, then stop. What this looked like for me, last Friday I was exhausted but still felt like I needed to clean something. So I told myself just the bathroom sink area, that's it. I took 5 minutes to put away all the bottles, toothpaste, lotion, a random toy car I didn't even notice was there. Then, I wiped the sink shine the faucet, gave the mirror a quick swipe, and threw out the empty shampoo bottles in the drawer. It wasn't fancy. I didn't touch the shower. Didn't even vacuum the floor. But standing there afterward, it looked fresh, and I felt like I could breathe. Why this works? Because our brains love closure. When you fully finish a space, even a tiny one, you get a clean mental checkmark. It's so much more satisfying than touching 5 things and finishing none. And when one corner feels done, you don't need your whole house to feel okay. Let's move into the next mindset shift. What if you gave yourself permission to skip some things and still feel like you're doing enough? Some days, the best cleaning decision is what you don't do. I used to think that if I didn't do everything, I was falling behind. Like if I skipped scrubbing the tub or vacuuming behind the couch, it meant I was being lazy. But honestly, that pressure just made me avoid cleaning altogether. Here's the shift. Now I decide ahead of time what I'm not doing, and I let it go. A real example from last weekend, I was planning to do a full bathroom reset, mirror, toilet, shower, the works. But Saturday morning hit, and I was already drained. So I said, today's just a wipe and go. I cleaned the mirror, did a quick surface wipe on the counter, and walked away. No scrubbing, no guilt. And guess what? It still looked fine. It still felt better. And because I didn't overdo it, I wasn't too burned out to clean again the next day. Why this helps? Because when you give yourself permission to do less, you're more likely to keep going tomorrow. Consistency beats intensity, especially when you're already stretched thin. And truthfully, most of the time, good enough really is good enough. Coming up next, how one laundry basket, yes, a basic bin, can help you tidy up your whole house without running back and forth 100 times. Now let's get to the part where clutter is everywhere and your brain wants to shut down. If clutter is everywhere, stop trying to put things away one by one, just gather first. You know those days when there's random stuff in every room, a sock in the hallway, a toy under the table, that one mug on the stairs, and instead of cleaning you end up walking in circles? That used to be me every weekend. Until I started using what I call a sweep basket. Here's what I do. I grab one empty laundry basket and go room to room, not to put things away, but just to collect. Loose papers, hair ties, a cereal bowl, random notebooks, everything that doesn't belong where it is goes into the basket. Here's a real day this week. It was 4 p.m. We had guests coming at 6. The house wasn't a disaster, but it looked busy. Instead of stressing, I took one loop around the house with the basket. In 10 minutes, surfaces were clear and the house felt calm again. I didn't even empty the basket right away. I just put it in the laundry room to sort later. Why this helps? Because tidying is easier when you clear before you organize. Trying to return each item immediately just slows you down, and when your space looks clearer, your mind starts to settle too. Up next, let's talk about where to clean first when you're really tired, the one spot that gives you the biggest emotional lift for the least amount of work. Now let's get to the one area that matters more than you think, the spot where you actually rest. When we're tired, we often start cleaning the kitchen or chasing crumbs on the floor because they're visible. But the space that affects your mood most, it's where you try to unwind. That might be your bed, your favorite chair, the couch corner where you drink tea after a long day. Here's the shift: skip the kitchen if you need to. Instead, clear and reset the space you land in when your body slows down. Here's what I did last Thursday. I had no energy left. The house felt messy. But I didn't clean everything, I just made my bed. I fluffed the pillows, pulled up the blanket, and cleared the nightstand. 10 minutes later, I didn't see a clean house, but I felt more relaxed because the place I go to rest didn't feel chaotic anymore. Why this works? Because when the space around you feels calm, your body starts to exhale. You stop feeling like there's more to do. You give yourself permission to pause. And a well-rested you is better than. Following that idea of calming your rest space, let's talk about sound. Sometimes it's not what you see, but what you hear that makes cleaning feel heavy. The clatter of dishes, the distant noise of cartoons, the silence that somehow makes you more aware of every little mess. So here's something simple that changes everything. Add a sound you want to hear. What this looks like in my house. If I'm clearing up after breakfast, I'll put on a podcast that feels cozy, something slow like two friends chatting. When I'm folding laundry, I'll turn on low instrumental music. And when I'm dragging my feet to start, I've got a 4-song playlist that always gives me just enough energy to move. One real afternoon last week, I had 15 minutes in a full sink. I wasn't in the mood. I put in my headphones, hit play on a chill playlist, and halfway through rinsing, I realized I didn't feel rushed or annoyed. I just settled into it. Why this helps? Because sound holds emotion. It can anchor you, lift you, or just keep you company when the house feels too quiet and too loud at the same time. And when your ears are calm, your hands follow. The task feels lighter, and so do you. Let's wrap with the final tip: how to mark the end of your cleaning, even if it was just a little, so your brain knows it's okay to rest now. And finally, let's talk about how you end, because the way you finish matters. After all the little resets, all the tidying in pockets of time, your body still needs one small signal that says we're done here. Not because everything is clean, not because every room is perfect, but because you showed up, and that counts. Here's what I do. I pick one tiny closing ritual at the end of my cleaning, and it's never about effort. Sometimes I light a candle. Sometimes I play a song I love and sit with a glass of water. Sometimes I just turn off one lamp and leave the room feeling like I closed a door. Last night, it was this: I'd done a load of laundry, cleared the kitchen table, and wiped the counters. Before heading to bed, I turned off the overhead light and left just a small lamp on warm, low, peaceful. It was my way of saying, that's enough for today. Why this helps, because we're not just trying to clean our homes, we're trying to create space to rest. And your body needs a cue that it can stop pushing, that it's safe to slow down now. Even if the to-do list isn't finished, you are. That's it, 10 tiny shifts I've been using to keep my home feeling lighter without burning myself out. If your days already feel full and your home feels like one more thing, try just one of these. Not all 10, just one. And if this felt helpful, I think you'll really like tomorrow's video. It's about the things we think we're cleaning, but no one tells us we're doing wrong. Little blind spots that quietly make your home feel messier than it is. If anything in here made you feel a little more at ease, go ahead and tap like or subscribe. That's how I know what's actually helping, and I want to keep giving you more of that.